Welcome back everyone, I'm Danny the Dinosaur Drawer. Today we're going to be drawing the Big Daddy Dunkleosteus from Hungry Shark Evolution, the game. See, I got my mechanical pencil here, Graph Gear 500 mechanical pencil. You should go get out your regular school pencil, or if you have this mechanical pencil, that's great, but really a pen or any drawing device will work, even a marker. So yeah, we're going to be doing an outline first, and by the way, I got my eraser here. You probably need some erasing device. With a pen you can't really erase, so I'll try not to make any mistakes. So yeah, we're going to be starting in by putting an outline. I know I've done Dunkleosteus a few times, but still a bit of a challenge. I'm going to put this round circle for the head. It's got a really bulky head, especially the Big Daddy one from Hungry Shark Evolution. The body will swoop up like so. His tail. So we're basically making a little outline so we don't make any big mistakes in our proportions. So the eye will be right about there. We're basically just mapping it out. So basically the head is almost completely level to the body, so it doesn't really have a neck, if you get what I mean. The body goes up like that, curves down, and curves back up for the tail here. It's got a few fins. So yeah, that is a good outline. Once you're done with the outline, we can actually start refining stuff a bit. I'm going to zoom out so you guys can actually see the whole thing. I thought I was going to make it a little smaller, but to get it to look realistic, we're going to have to make it that size. So yeah, we're going to start with the head. Since I'm right-handed, we don't want to smudge that much. So yeah, let's get started. We're going to make one line starting from the top here. Actually, I'm going to go a little higher because the mouth starts higher than the eye. We're going to curve it down like so. And then you can take your eraser and erase the lines we don't need. It's a very nice eraser. So yeah, make that line. Once you're done with that line, we're going to curve it up a bit. This is basically the armor of Dunkleosteus. Then take a right about the mid-center of the head, make another line, and we'll curve it back to this line here. This is the second plate of armor on the head. Put the line like that. Hope you guys can see it well. Then we're going to curve another line down and connect it right there. So right now we're going to work on the eye. Big Daddy Dunkleosteus has a very big eye. And we'll add a little bit of shading. It's got like a pupilless eye, so it's like one big orb or circle. It's got a few rings around it. Basically, Dunkleosteus is a fish, so it's not really a dinosaur. So the eyes are going to look more fish-like than when we normally draw like a T-Rex or something like that. So that looks pretty good. We might want to add a bit of shading. People sometimes get a little bit afraid of shading. They're like, oh no, I can't shade. But you can actually do it. You just have to basically pick an angle for the sun to be shining and draw everything darker that would be blocked normally by the sun in a regular circumstance. So yeah, now that we're done with the basic outline of the armor, we're going to start putting in a few more lines, connecting here. So basically the whole plates here have a little line, an outline that goes along the. Basically, it's parallel to the first lines we put in. Take your eraser and erase the mess we made earlier. You have to be careful when outlining not to make too much of a mess, because then it'll be harder to erase. So yeah, now let's put in the first tooth. Dunkleosteus has like really weird teeth because they're basically connected to the skull. They're part of the bone almost, which gives it a really deadly look. The Big Daddy Dunkleosteus actually does not look as scary as the one from Jurassic World, the game, in my eyes. the one from Jurassic World the game, you can see more of its teeth. Like here, the Big Daddy only has 2 front teeth that you can see from the side. We'll put the bottom teeth in. It basically has its mouth slightly open. Very powerful jaws. I've heard the Dunkleosteus could have chomped like a Mosasaurus in half. They say it had like really, or at least a small Mosasaurus, because a big one Dunkleosteus couldn't really get its jaws around a big one. So we're going to connect the jaws with this muscle that opens and closes the jaws with extreme force. So some people think Dunkleosteus is not real, but it is. There's been lots of fossils found of Dunkleosteus. So even though it might look like a made-up creature from a game, it's not. It's actually, I've actually seen fossils of Dunkleosteus. Of course, scientists have only really found the head, a few of the armored parts of the front, and a bit of the rest. But they're basically guessing what the body looked like, because it's really hard for that stuff to fossilize. Fish bones in particular. So yeah, now we're almost done with the head. We're just going to add some shading and refining. Refining and shading is what makes your drawing set apart from all other drawings. They're just like outlines. So you want to take your pencil with nice smooth strokes. Basically going to shade all along here, avoiding to get any outside of this little line. That's why that border line's there. Normally I would cross-hatch, but that would make it a little too dark. I want to have it nice and light. We don't really want a really dark shade necessarily. So some shading along here. This time we're going to be drawing inside the 2 lines. Like so. Basically, I do have shading pencils, but I'm not going to be using them. That's not really necessary. But if you're doing like a really professional drawing, it's going to take hours to draw, then I would recommend you get some shading pencils, because they do help, but they don't really help that much. You do get a wider variety of shades, but with one pencil you can do basically what 5 shading pencils can do. Of course, there are shading sets that have like 20 shading pencils, ranging from really soft ones which draw really dark colors to really hard ones which have more of a scratchy, lighter feel to them. So we're going to be here I'm going to cross-hatch a bit more. Cross-hatching is basically you're running your pencil in 2 different directions to give it more of a solid shade. Also, you can smudge with your finger. It might get a bit messy, so you don't want to do that too often. So right here for the bottom, we're going to be doing some shading, because obviously the bottom of the animal is going to have less light shining on it than the top. Basically just copy all the shading I'm doing here on this bottom plate. You want to leave some light spots, of course, to give it a 3D look. So we're going to have some shading above the eye socket right here. It's got like almost like an eyebrow type thing. So Big Daddy Dunkleosteus is one of the most powerful creatures in Hungry Shark Evolution. I did a little reading about it. I don't play the game, so I'm not that experienced with it. But I've seen a few videos of other people playing the game. But I'm mainly doing this for you guys, because you guys really commented a lot for this drawing. As did a lot of people commented for the Mr. Snappy, which I did last year. And this year I recently did, just like a week ago, the Megalodon from Hungry Shark Evolution. And these drawings are really fun because they're a little more simple than the Jurassic World the game drawings, but they look usually very cool. So right now I'm going to make another line coming down the side of the Dunkleosteus here. Then it curves to the front, down like so. This is basically going to be right in front of this flipper, this piece of armor. So it would be really hard for another predator to actually attack Dunkleosteus from the front because it's so armored. The only thing that I think could actually really harm Dunkleosteus would be another Dunkleosteus. It's the same for T-Rex on land. There would be, in North America, there was no other predator dinosaur that could steal meal from a T-Rex. The only thing would be another T-Rex. So I think T-Rexes mostly fought amongst themselves. Because when you think about it, or against Triceratopses, I guess. But when it comes to predators, there's no other predator in North America as large as T-Rex, or as powerful. There is Acrocanthosaurus, but that was Acrocanthosaurus is mainly in Texas, not around Montana, Alberta, Canada, or the Dakotas. That's mainly where people find T-Rexes. There are a few have been found in Colorado. So yeah, we're gonna be doing a little bit of, the skin here is kind of wrinkly, so you want to give it a wrinkly feel between the plates. This is looking very cool. Like so. So basically the head is done. We're just gonna move on to the body, and we gotta just finish up this armor a bit. Some more shading. So basically, I've heard a lot of people have asked me how do I become a good artist, and there are a few tips. One is squinting your eyes to see the shading better. I've told you guys that in numerous videos, but really practice is the best way to train your eyes to be a better artist. I'm still not very good at looking at something like an apple on a table or a picture and drawing it perfectly. I need to practice that more. I'm really good at looking at a picture on a tablet or in a book, and I can draw that really well, but I'm not good at drawing 3D things that are in front of me. So that's the one aspect of art that I really need to practice. I've had art teachers tell me that I'm not really good at drawing 3D things. So right now we're putting the dorsal fin, I think that's what it's called. The fin that's right at the top here. Just gonna give it a bit of refinement here. It's got some lines that are going vertical. Up to the top here. Might want to give it a bit of more color. Like so. So that looks pretty good for the fin. Might as well continue this line up here. Give it a nice curved feel. I've had people comment that my hands get in the way a bit too much in my videos, so I'm going to just try and avoid that today. So you want basically the meat in the tail is only about that thick, but it sort of has a flap here that would help steer it, I guess. Or actually propel it. That's what the tails mainly were for in these sea creatures, is to propel them through the water. And I think the fin's up here. Actually, let me draw the fin right now, because I don't want to smear the tail there. The fin's up front. were mainly for steering, unless it's a plesiosaur, like Elasmosaurus. Those creatures use their flippers to push themselves through the water. So we're going to make some lines here. Careful not to get too close to the rim there. Just draw lots of lines here. It's going to give it a nice 3D look. Shade it a bit more. Shading really makes your drawing stand out and like pop out more than usual. We're going to put in some more shading. Actually, here we can go up to the rim. Because when you see this fin from the side, it would be sort of like that. That's what it looked like from the side. Very similar to like an airplane wing. So, but instead of flying through the air, it's flying through the water. So these creatures were really like created to be really useful in the water. It's got perfect fins. Like it looks very much like a submarine in my eyes, the Dunkleosteus, which would make it really makes it really powerful animal in the seas. I think if that was still alive, this animal could just like take out submarines probably. So we're gonna put a bit of shading here for the other flipper on the other side. There's the other flipper. We might want to. Well, I do this several times. Sometimes it's like I want to make this. I don't want to make this one look connected to this flipper here, so we're gonna make this line really dark and leave a tiny sliver of white there to sort of make it look like it's a little bit of light glinting off the side there. It'll sort of make it look like the other flipper. So yeah, we're gonna put in. It's got a few little fins that stick out the side here, similar to a shark. So I'm gonna put those in. I love drawing the sea creatures, by the way. I should do them more often. This fall I did a few, and like on my channel, the sea creatures are by far the most popular. My Megalodon video, my Mosasaurus videos, they're all, and actually my other Dunkleosteus video from Jurassic World the game, they are all the most popular drawings on my channel. The next popular ones would be like the T-Rex videos, Indominus Rex, etc. And just for all of those of you who are waiting for Udon, it will be coming out soon. Don't worry, I'm listening to I've been reading your comments, and I know it's actually like the most highly requested of anything on all my videos. Udon is the one you guys want the most, so I'm waiting for something special. I don't know what to do it. Maybe 3,000 subscribers or something like that. I'll do my Udon video. So right now it's got like these wrinkles in the skin. We're not going to elaborate too much on this. I want to make a few of them stand out a bit. Like so. So if you guys have Hungry Shark Evolution and have the Dunkleosteus, please comment below. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on how the drawing turns out. If you actually did do this drawing, I would highly recommend you post it on my Google Plus community, which is called Dinosaur Art. And I know some people would say this is not a dinosaur, but it doesn't matter, because I run the community. So I would highly recommend you post your Dunkleosteus. I love to see my my subscribers' artwork, because I realize some people just watch the the videos just to see the end result in the drawing. But I really admire you guys who take your pencils out and your pad of paper and actually do the drawing. So I'd love to see how your guys' pieces of artwork turned out. It always inspires me to do more videos. So yeah, the skin is looking pretty good. Might want to add a bit more little fainter wrinkles in between here. But we really don't want to go overboard with too many. So yeah, let's just put a few more in. Now I'm going to be putting in a little bit of shading here at the belly. Really want to give it a nice 3D look. So right now you just basically want to fill it in with your pencil color or your pen. I'm not sure what you're using to draw, but you can't leave it white. Basically, you want to have the background to be white and Dunkleosteus to be nice and colored in. Even if it's gray, it still looks great. I love black and white drawings. Color drawings are nice to look at, but very hard to draw. I might do a few color drawings in the future. I've never been good at painting, but hopefully one day I'll take a few painting classes and learn how to paint. So yeah, this is Dunkleosteus from Hungry Shark Evolution, the Big Daddy Dunkleosteus. Sign your name at the tail here. Put in the date, 2018. And yeah, subscribe if you've not already done so. Leave a like, comment, share. For me, the most important thing is if you share the video, because then more people will be able to draw this Dunkleosteus. So please share the video on whatever social media you use, Facebook, Twitter, etc. We're just going to draw a few bubbles there to make it look more realistic. So yeah, this is Dunkleosteus from Hungry Shark Evolution. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. I hope to see how your drawings turned out, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.